Jai Gurudev, everyone. Welcome to this new episode of Guru Siyag Yoga, Bliss, Becoming and Being. And I am here with my co host Manju Chapra. So, welcome, Manju.
Jai Guru.
Yes, so in this series, we have been sharing some frequently asked questions and then we have been discussing them. And today also we will continue the same and without uh, any further delay. First of all, maybe in first 2-3 minutes, those of you who are perhaps very new to Guru Siyag Yoga, so it's always a good idea to go through the fundamentals one more. So here is our Gurudev on the left side, and on the right side is our Gurudev of our Gurudev Babaji Sri Gangainath Ji Yogi, and we meditate on Guru Siyag's photograph, and at the same time we pay our reverence to Babaji Gangai Sri Gangainath Ji Yogi. And in Guru Siyag Yoga, there are two fundamental things. One is doing mantra jap, and we have to take that mantra from Guru Siyag himself. So, although he is not in his human body, but mantra jap can be done after we take initiation from Guru Siyag by watching a small video in which he will give you the instructions on how to meditate and how to do mantra jap, and then he recites his mantra from his mouth. And in this program also we will put a small video in which that mantra would be recited by Guru Siyag. And those of you who do not know the mantra, they can get initiated today itself by hearing to that mantra in Gurudev's voice. And those of you who are new but already have got the mantra, then they know quite a few things, basics already. And if they want to share this mantra, so they can easily find the YouTube initiation video of Guru Siyag and they can freely share. So uh, we can share the mantra in Gurudev's voice, either in audio form or through the YouTube video. And in extreme cases wherein you suddenly have to share the Guru Siyag mantra with somebody, and video is not there and audio is not there, which is very very rare and highly unlikely, then in that case you can tell the mantra in your own voice also by first praying to Gurudev and then sharing the mantra. So we can do that as well. So as I said, that there are two parts of Guru Siyag Yoga as far as the practice part is concerned, wherein we have to do something every day, so that kind of that practical or theoretical aspect. But yes, Guru Siyag Yoga is a practice of spiritual transformation, and a lot of changes happen in your life and you start to think and live differently. So that's the most practical part, I would say. So one thing is that we have to do as a yogic practice, and the other part is our how we live. So what we have to do, one thing is that mantra jam that I just told, and the second thing is the meditation. So in Guru Siyag Yoga, after we get the mantra from Guru Dev, we can start practicing meditation twice a day, not more than 15 minutes at one go. So, especially in the countries where temperatures are like India, North India, so we do not have to meditate more than 15 minutes, where snowfall happens and snow is there and all that stuff. So, there they can extend their meditation to up to half an hour. Since this meditation, this yoga involves activation of your Kundalini energies, so it has to be done as suggested, as prescribed by Gurudev, because Kundalini energy is the mother of the universe. Kundalini is the mother of the universe, and the energy that Kundalini has to work under Guru Siyag. So we have to follow as Guru Siyag has asked us to follow, and we do not have to tamper or add anything to mantra ourselves, or add any prefix or suffix like om or anything like that to the mantra, and we do not have to tweak meditation in any which ways. So towards the end, when we will play the mantra video of Gurudev, we will explain that how to practice the meditation, and it is very simple. So we will explain that there. So meanwhile, since I have shared with you that we do Guru Siyag Yoga, and in Guru Siyag Yoga we do mantra jap and meditation, and on the left side is our Gurudev, and on the right side is our Gurudev of our Gurudev. So our grandfather Gurudev, or Dada
Mhm.
Gurudev as we call him in Hindi. So yeah, Manju. So
Yeah.
great. So since I'm speaking in the flow, so let me ask you the question as well. So in Guru Siyag Yoga, we meditate on the third eye. So what we have to do is we have to concentrate on our third eye, and there we have to see Gurudev there. So basically, the question is, why is it necessary to concentrate on the third eye, or Agya Chakra, as we call it in yogic terminology? So what's the logic behind that?
Yeah. So, Jai Gurudev to each and every one of you who are there with us in this session, or who would be seeing this session later on. And welcome to our session. And so, Gorima asked me this question: why is it necessary to concentrate on the third eye, which is called the Agya Chakra, during our meditation? So, as Gorima had mentioned, that we have to do meditation twice a day, and the process of meditation is that we sit down in a very comfortable position, and then we look at Gurudev's picture, the photograph, and we imagine Gurudev on a third eye. Yeah. And we see Gurudev on our third eye. And why do we have to concentrate on the third eye? So, in this universe, so our body, you know, where do you focus your mind during meditation when we are talking about the whole vast universe? So, part of a body should you concentrate while meditating? To solve this problem, our ancient sages, they had sectioned our body into two parts: the upper part, which begins at the crown of the head and goes down to the center of the forehead. So, crown to the forehead, and the lower part starts from the center of the forehead and goes down till down below. So the lower part consists of nine openings, which are called nine doors, which are eyes, ears, nose, mouth, and our private parts. So the lower part of the body, which consists of nine outlets, is the world of Maya. Yeah. The illusionary cosmic force which binds us to the worldly existence and shuts off from our true divine self. So that is how we are so much, I would say, entangled into our daily chores and entangled into this worldly things because of what we see, what we hear, what we smell, and then subsequently expelling them from our system. So our entire life goes on, just doing these kind of things. So this kind of worship is, so what happens is that entire time we are only focused on these things. So when the mind is focused on any part of the lower body, it is called the worship of Maya. And this kind of worship is beneficial, but the benefits that it yields, is not of any is not of any use. So, and it is all related to our materialistic things in nature. So you'll only be enjoying material benefits, but just for a short duration, and you will not be freed from the endless cycle of birth and death. Only when we connect with the eternal divine that we'll realize our true self. And if you just look at the picture of Lord Shiva and see that there is a third eye in the center of his forehead, and we all have third eye on our forehead, though it is not visible. Though in when you watch Shivji, Lord Shiva, then you see his third eye. But we all have it, but we can't see it. And this is the 10th door. We talked about 9 door, and this is the 10th door. And it opens inward. Or other doors, they open outwards. But this is the only door which opens inward. And this is the place, this is a place of divine light. So this is the only door which opens within into our inner spiritual world. The others, they open outside, which is the external physical world. And that is why Gurudev asks us to focus on the third eye, which is called the Agya Chakra. And when this door opens during meditation, we will delve into our inner self. We start seeing inside us and we will see the divine light. And that only happens when we continuously meditate. And when we meditate, like Gurudev said, morning and evening for 15 minutes. And when we are meditating, we are just looking at the third, Gurudev on the third eye. Yeah. So this particular which is the 10th door, it opens due to our constant meditation and looking at Gurudev at this place. And what happens definitely is, as we progress into our meditation and this door opens, all our problems, they get resolved. And that is why the mind should be focused on our third eye, which is the Agya Chakra. And if this door it remains closed, we will not experience anything. We will neither be able to meditate nor we'll be able to get moksha, which is freedom from the cycle of birth and death. So we have to meditate on our Agya Chakra, which is the third eye or the 10th door, which opens inward. So, hence, when we sit for meditation, we have to look at Gurudev's picture and visualize Gurudev on the third eye. So, that is why it is necessary to concentrate on the third eye. Yeah. You would like to add something on this,
Yeah,
Varma?
yeah, sure. So, as many of you might be already aware that we can use any picture of Gurudev, and those of you who do not have a physical picture, we can definitely use a e-picture on, which are available on the internet. And of course, in the description of this video, you will find the Drive, Google Drive links, wherein you will get a lot of HD pictures of Gurudev and Dada Gurudev. So you can download a picture, get it printed. So there are so many pictures. You might connect to one picture and you may like to use that one, and all that is okay. So when we're discussing about that, why we connect on the with Gurudev through the third eye, why do we concentrate on the third eye? So that is uh, as Manju explained, that third eye is the seat of light, wisdom, and it's a door. It's a different door other than the other 9 doors, which opens inside. So when we say seat of wisdom, it is said Agya Chakra or Ajna Chakra. And this third eye and this the realm above this is the domain where the work of the guru takes place in the maximum way, because here is the below this is all Maya part, and by Maya it simply means that we are hooked to our worldly affairs and worldly duties. So whatever we are doing as part of living, so much of it is linked to Maya only. And so it doesn't mean that we have to get disconnected from the Maya or anything like that. So Guru Siyag Yoga is not at all about that. Guru Siyag Yoga is so much about living your life well and using your higher wisdom to live well, in fact. So you do not have to leave the world to to get yourself spiritually uplifted or elevated. All you have to do is open other doors, because the nine doors that are below this door, they open outside and they are automatically opened right from the birth. All our doors are open only, which are taking us outwards. So we feel imbalanced, and we feel sad, disturbed, and all that, because lot we have lot of things that needs to be resolved, and somehow we are not able to do it. So when we open this door that takes us inward, so naturally we are in a much better position to resolve those things in life which are stopping us to live good life, isn't it? Because the problem whatever we are having is not outside, is inside only. So this door takes us inside. So when this door opens, and of course we we are easily saying this door opens as if there is a lock that we have to decide to open it. And it's a very something that, okay, no, today I'm not opening, and tomorrow I will open at 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock. Maybe not for 2 months. I have some project going on, so maybe after 2 months I'll open this door. So it's we are talking about these things, we are trying to simplify all this, but we are not in a position, all of us are not in a position to actually understand the true meaning of meditation, the true meaning of spiritual path, the true meaning of enlightenment, the true meaning of what it means to have a guru and walk on this path. So even though we try to understand it, but nobody can understand it fully well. But at the same time, those of us who have practiced a bit of this Guru Siyag Yoga maybe for a couple of years, so we slowly have got to know certain things. And Guru Siyag has shared so many words of wisdom in his programs in a very simple way. So living while doing Guru Siyag Yoga, so then we get to know more and more that what Gurudev means when he's saying that meditate on the third eye and watch me here, and what's the effect of that and all that. So basically, these other nine doors, we have no control over them, and many a times these nine doors are also called, these sense doors are also called horses. So in our Vedic literature, these are called horses. They simply drag you in every direction. So your tongue wants to take somewhere, your other doors wants to take, eyes wants to take you somewhere, ears wants to take you somewhere. So we all know that how much we are always wanting to feel something, get something through our senses. And however much we get what we want, but we always are perennially hungry to experience more, to get more, to feel more. And in this whole circle of pursuing more things through these sense doors, most of us, if not all of us, most of us feel stuck, tired, sad, angry, cluttered, and confused, and of course in various shades and degrees and variations and whatnot. So so once we start meditating, and especially a meditation under the supervision of a samarth guru like Guru Siyag, so what happens is that we simply put ourselves in a position wherein we are able to suddenly uh, we are able to suddenly get that, uh, I won't say total control immediately, but somehow we put ourselves in that position wherein we we are not automatic. We are not automatic in this dragging by the senses. So slowly and slowly, this elevation in our being starts happening, because previously there was this imbalance, everything was dragging us towards the nine doors. But when we start to meditate here, suddenly we are we are able to push ourselves against this gravity. So by concentrating here, we are able to pull ourselves from these nine doors. It's not that we'll stop enjoying good food or good music or good places, people, or experiences, but somewhere we will become more balanced. We will become more balanced in the way we live, in the way we do our bhoga, or in the way we enjoy. So there will be more joy in that enjoyment. There will be more empowerment in that enjoyment, because we all know that we really want to enjoy life, right? But somewhere in this seeking of enjoying a lot, we take a lot of stress as well, right? So all these things uh, exert different kind of pressures on you, your desires, the way you want to experience life and all that. And many a times we are not even sure that whatever are we trying to seek or desiring, is it worthwhile or not. Or many a times we are not getting something which we deeply want, and we are stuck there. And even though we have everything that is more than ideal, and maybe from everyone's standards everything must be ideal in our life, but somewhere we are not satisfied. So in these kind of circumstances, when we start to meditate, somehow all this cuteness that is there in our being, it starts getting normalized. So somewhere our perspective uh, which is making our world, basically our world is not something that we are responding to. We are responding to the perspective we have towards our life. It's not the life itself. So many of us may have already noticed it, but if not, then at least I got to notice it when I started meditating, that it is not my life that I am responding to. It's basically what I am thinking about, what I have and what I don't have. So even if I have a lot, but I'm thinking that I don't have much, then I'm living from that mindset and I'm responding from that place. And then, of course, I'm creating whatever disturbances or whatever I want to create. So when we practice Guru Siyag Yoga and when we meditate on our third eye, so this third eye thing is not the actual door, as Manju said, that this will suddenly you will see it and you will put the key and you will find a knob and you will twist the knob and it will open and the light will appear and then you will walk inside and all that. So nothing like that. So you just have to see here, and here is a very subtle energy center that is not activated at all, and that should not be activated through any unnecessary tantra practice and all that, because anything that we do playfully without under the supervision or guidance or blessing or grace of Samarth Guru can really take you to a different dimension, and you may not be able to handle all that. However, when we do it under a Samarth Guru like Guru Siyag, things happen in a way that you don't even get to know, but then your progress is happening and you only start to notice it in a very concrete way, that you will feel that I was behaving differently. But now, after practicing Guru Siyag Yoga for 5 6 months, I do not feel the same way. Maybe you will not feel a lot of agitation. Maybe the way you handle things would change and all that. So that is why meditation on the third eye and watching Gurudev there. So that is the key of Guru Siyag Yoga. That is the key. That's the starting point. So of course we have to hear the mantra, and putting Gurudev here, I would say, is something that gets you into it. So hearing the mantra and actually imagining Gurudev here. So this is the seat of light, seat of wisdom. So slowly and slowly, this will become stronger and stronger. This energy center would become stronger and stronger. And I don't want to describe how would you feel when this door opens and all that stuff. And because there is a long road and there are a lot of benefits that you will immediately start noticing. So there is no point of expecting any particular experience to happen. That you know what, when I meditated here, somebody would tell you I immediately saw orange light, and then Gurudev appeared, and this happened. So nothing like that has ever happened with me, and nothing like that has ever happened with a lot of people who practice Guru Siyag Yoga. So we have to do only our job, and the changes that you would feel will make you aware that something is happening for you. And just take those changes, take those hints that you get as as progress of your journey. So those are the markers of progress, we can say that. Yeah, so it seems I spoke a lot about the topic and a bit related to the topic. So yeah, Manchu, now I'm getting you also. Yeah.
Yeah, no, definitely that was important because I'm sure people who would be meditating and looking at Gurudev on the third eye would be interested to know that why should they look at why should they place Gurudev on the third eye? So very well taken, and definitely we have to concentrate. And where do we concentrate? So that's the best place to concentrate, and to on what to concentrate, who better than our Puja Gurudev, so, and his picture is already, I mean, it's not a picture, it is his live, I would say, energized picture. So, so definitely. And this is kind of doing and believing. So once they start doing, they will, like you were discussing about some, they will be transformed. And the journey itself is so beautiful. It will not come with a lot of pomp and show, definitely, but it'll subtly do its work, and that's a beautiful journey, and we should enjoy each and every part of it, that transformation which will happen on its own. So the
Yes.
only thing we need to do, there are two things which Gurudev has asked us to do. One is meditation, and we'll be sharing the mantra in Gurudev's voice with you after a short while, and doing mantra jap, which is reciting the mantra inside. I mean, not by moving your tongue or lips, but just chanting it inside, and doing that kind of entire day. While you're doing anything, at the back of your mind, the chanting has to continue. So that is what is expected from us as disciples of Guru Siyag. And these are the two things which we need to do in order to go for human transformation, or human evolution. So this exactly would happen once we are able to comply with this. And Gaurima, you would be putting up Gurudev's video in a short while, and I would just like to add into how to do what is the process of meditation. So the process of meditation would be so there are no, the best part is this meditation is so simple. You don't have to kind of face any in any particular direction, or you have to, Gurudev has not asked us to make it mandatory to take bath, or while chanting, before chanting, or I mean, he's just said just do it wherever you are, continue to chant and sit for meditation twice a day. So he has not laid out any rules except one, that we need to be empty stomach. So if you've had your food, which is lunch or dinner or breakfast, so at least 2 to 3 hours later than that, when your stomach is empty, then you should do your meditation. That's the only thing one needs to do. Ladies can do it all 30 days. There are no restrictions on that too. And you can look at any direction, any kind of clothes. Just have to have a comfortable position and some space around when you're sitting and doing meditation, because there may be some movements in your body, like which we call it as kriyas, movement of your neck or your hand, or shout, some voice. So all that is only to cure you out of any ailments which you have, which you may not be aware of, any spiritual, emotional, or physical issues which you might be experiencing and not even aware of it. So that might happen. So you need to leave some space wherever you're meditating, so that in case if there's a voluntary, involuntary movement, yeah, that can happen. And after 15 minutes, it'll stop automatically. So you don't need to worry about it. So that's the only thing. And the simplicity of doing this, of following Guru Siyag Yoga, is something which it's unbelievable. There's no fee which you need to pay. We are not asking. I mean, you don't have to pay some amount to listen to the mantra, or you don't have to pay a fee, or everything is free. So it's so simple, so much doable, no restrictions, that it's hard to believe. And that's what actually attracted me to this particular yoga. It wasn't, I mean, I was still very doubtful when I thought about, how is it possible? How can, any guru continue to, have this kind of following without even taking money, or without having that, I would say, very flamboyant kind of a appearance. But definitely, I think simplicity is the key, and we need to follow. Yeah, so one can always share the mantra in Gurudev's voice, as discussed by Gaurama. And you just need to listen to mantra, and you will be initiated today, and then you can start your meditation. Do not pass it on or share it in your own voice. That is the only thing you need to take care of. So would you like to go ahead and Gaurama, would you like to play Gurudev's video?
Yoga means a union of the soul with God, or the universal consciousness force. What are the benefits of Siddhi Yoga? Siddhi Yoga heals, cures, or frees the body from any physical illness, adds various forms of cancers, diabetes, arthritis, asthma, and even genetic disease like hemophilia. In the case of disease such as AIDS, which attacks the entire body, the patient may experience internal kriyas like sensation or heat, electricity, or tingling. According to Siddhi Yoga philosophy, the divine power awakened by the enlightened Guru gets transmitted through his blissful voice to the listeners, irrespective of language spoken by the Guru. This divine power transmissions occurs smoothly and remain unaffected by the language being used. Regular practice of Siddhi Yoga strengthens the immune system. The Kundalini acts as a protective shield of the immune system and wards off the onslaught or recurrence of any disease. Impact of Kundalini awakening. The Kundalini makes the practitioner perform kriyas that are specific to his needs. With this cleaning, the practitioner is cured of all kinds of chronic and even terminal disease such as HIV, AIDS, cancer, arthritis, etc., and genetic disorder like hemophilia. Mental application too are completely cured and stress is completely relieved. Cling, Krishna, cling, 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 cling, Krishna, cling. What does
So please, we'll go for 15 minutes of meditation. Look at Gurudev's picture, visualize him on the third eye, and please recite the mantra uh, in the right manner. The pronunciation has to be absolutely correct. And close your eyes and pray to Gurudev for 15 minutes of meditation. And you don't have to move your lips or your tongue. It has to be chanted like the way you read your book. And just we'll go for 15 minutes of meditation. Yeah. Jai Gurudev. You can open your eyes and be out of meditation.
Yeah, thank you so much, all of you.
And before we conclude, Garima, we can just request all our viewers that in case if they have any questions around, Guru Siyag Yoga, you can go on our website, which is gurusiyagyoga.org, and you can write to us at the telephone numbers which are appearing on your screen. And do try the meditation. You should recite the mantra in the right way. The pronunciation has to be absolutely correct. And try to do meditation twice a day and mantra jap, which is uh, recitation, chanting of mantra around the clock. Whenever, whatever you see the benefits it will be getting for you, and share with us if you want to know some more about Guru Siyag Yoga, or you have any queries. We are taking up FAQs from the website, which are given there already. However, it's more in a discussion way, and we are, sharing our own experiences as well, so that it becomes very, experiential for you also. So that's how we are doing, and we will be continuing with this FAQ series. And if in case you have missed our earlier series, you can go to the earlier episodes which are there on YouTube, and you will know, more about. We've been discussing about Guru Siyag Yoga, what is the way, and what one needs to do. So there are a lot of questions which can be coming into your mind. So you can go through these videos. And apart from this, in case if you have any questions, please write to us on the chat here. And we will definitely take it up into our next session or the subsequent ones, as because we continue to get a lot of queries and questions. So we will address that. And you want to add something, Gaurama, before we sign off?
Yeah, so this request is a very genuine request because many of us have questions. And at least when I started until today, once in a while, even today, I have a question. Although now, somewhere by Gurudev's grace, the moment I ask a question, so somehow the answer comes from inside. But at the same time, it feels sometimes that okay, let me ask somebody else also. So we get calls from people, and as you all know, that sometimes it becomes little, I won't say difficult, but sometimes it simply becomes like that, that we have our work and our household things going on. And suppose I answer a question and then I get a call, and the person on the call has got a similar question. So during such times, we got the inspiration that why not do a FAQ series, because a lot of questions that we get from practitioners are many times very similar to what we have asked when we started doing it. And so that is why it is very important that we ask questions, and at the same time we do such programs, and so that we have our basic questions answered, and maybe answered for many of the practitioners who are not even asking questions. So since we have shared our phone numbers, and what you can do is please drop your question on the message, because sometimes talking over the phone becomes difficult. So please leave your question, drop us a message, leave your question with us, and we will answer it through this series. So Jai Gurudev once again, and
Submitting this session into Gurudev's lotus feet,
yes,
and
Jai
we will see you next Wednesday. Yeah, Jai Gurudev till then.
Gurudev, Jai Gurudev.